WVUA News at 6 with your award-winning news team, Lynn Brooks, Philip Coleman, weather with Richard Scott, and sports with Gary Harris.
Topping the news tonight, University of Alabama President Dr. Guy Bailey has announced he is stepping down.
The announcement came in a statement from the university just hours ago.
More now in tonight's top story. Bailey became the 37th president of the University of Alabama September 3rd of this year. Bailey is a two-time graduate of the university and a Montgomery native. He came to the capstone from Texas Tech University, where he had served as president from 2008 to 2012. This afternoon, around 3 p.m., the university released this statement from Dr. Bailey. It said in part, "This is a decision my wife Jan and I made together after much discussion about how we can best address her health, which is the most important priority in our lives. By announcing this decision today, I hope the Board of Trustees will be in a position to take the next appropriate steps during its meeting in Tuscaloosa this week. We want to thank the faculty, staff, students, alumni, and our many friends for your warm welcome." Also, we got this statement from Paul Bryant Jr., President Pro Tem of the University of Alabama Board of Trustees. It says, quote, "We understand and respect that President Bailey's priorities at this time must be focused on his wife Jan's recovery. We will address the issue of presidential succession at the University of Alabama in a specially called board meeting Thursday." Meanwhile, Chancellor Dr. Robert Witt said in his statement, "I respect and appreciate President Bailey's decision. His priorities reflect his commitment to both his wife Jan and the University of Alabama. He and Jan will remain in our prayers." And WVUA's Travis Leader joined us now live from the University of Alabama President's Mansion with reaction.
Philip, Lynn, I'm standing here in front of the President's Mansion here at the University of Alabama campus. Now, I spoke to several students here at the capstone, and they were very surprised of the news of Dr. Bailey stepping down, which was just released just a couple hours ago. Now, some students told me they wish they had seen the outgoing president stay here at the mansion a little while longer. Now, there is yet to be an announcement as to who will step in as interim president, but current Provost Judy Bonner did handle the interim duties during the time in between Dr. Robert Witt and Dr. Guy Bailey's tenure. Now, some who knew Bailey's wife told me that she had a history of health problems that dated back to her time at Lubbock, Texas, which is where Texas Tech University is, the last place Dr. Bailey was president before he accepted the job here at the capstone. Now, coming up on WVUA News at 10, I will have more on this developing story. Reporting live on the University of Alabama campus, Travis Leader, WVUA News. Philip, Lynn.
All right, thank you, Travis. Now, in other local news, local law enforcement is working to keep your trick-or-treaters safe on this Halloween night. WVUA's Jennifer Edwards shows you how.
As trick-or-treaters go from door to door this Halloween, local law officers are making sure registered sex offenders in Tuscaloosa County are out of sight.
There's a lot of trick-or-treaters out there, and I think people feel better knowing that we have them all at one location.
Officers say registered sex offenders are reporting to the sheriff's office hangar at the Tuscaloosa Regional Airport tonight. Unless there's an excused and verified absence like work, they must attend.
We're going to be giving them classes on anger management, and federal probation and state probation will be also giving classes on how to be compliant with the law. Officers from Tuscaloosa Police, Northport Police, and also here at the Sheriff's Office will be giving classes on how they can adhere to the state laws.
It also benefits the sex offenders because with them being at that location, being at the Sheriff's Office location, it allows them, in case some allegation were to be made, that they have some way of saying no, verification on their location at the time.
The Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Department says no matter the occasion, it's important to know where sex offenders are located in Tuscaloosa County at all times.
www.tcsoal.org and click on sex offenders, and you can do a search of a radius of that particular address that you may be visiting to see if any sex offenders live near that location, and if so, who they are and how far away they are from that particular location your child may be going to.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa County, Jennifer Edwards, WVUA News.
And those classes started at 6 o'clock and will run until 9 o'clock tonight.
Those little ghosts and goblins will be hitting the streets looking for sweet treats. But if you're looking for an alternative place to get that candy, here's an idea. Local firefighters are lending a helping hand. Our good friends at Tuscaloosa Fire Rescue are handing out candy to trick-or-treaters tonight at all 11 locations. Earlier today, they were busy getting all those tasty treats ready for the kids. Looks like they've got the good candy too, kids. You know what I mean? There's good candy and there's bad candy. They've got the good candy at the fire station. We spoke with Travis Parker, who told us keeping kids safe is a top concern.
We want kids to be safe, and in the neighborhoods that they're in, if they follow good safety procedures, they can be safe. But if a parent doesn't feel comfortable taking their child out after dark, then they're welcome to come by the fire stations.
And those firefighters will be out until 8 o'clock tonight. On your election watch this evening, the race for Tuscaloosa County probate judge. Voters head to the polls in less than a week to decide who will become the next leader of Tuscaloosa County.
The two men vying for that position faced off during a public forum last night. Incumbent probate judge and Democrat Hardy McCullum and Republican Tuscaloosa County Sheriff Ted Sexton outlined their platforms during the forum. One topic was Tuscaloosa County incomes and why average incomes are considered to be low when compared with other large Alabama counties. Another topic taking center stage during that forum was surplus funds.
If we're not going to use it, then we need to talk about giving it back so that we can reduce sales tax on groceries, pharmaceuticals, and medical appliances.
Whatever you need to be able to provide infrastructure to allow a Mercedes or a supplier for Mercedes to locate in your community. It's important to have those funds available.
And if you weren't able to make it out to the forum last night, don't worry. You can see it right here on WVUA TV Thursday night at 7.